YouTube, what it do, loved ones? If you can, you know the motto. Hit me with the like, which is the thumbs up, and that'll let me know I'm kicking my stuff. I had a few homeboys hit me through my social media, Instagram, and left a comment about kick ass, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at a few viewers' comment on 89 on up, asked me about a kick ass story, homie. So I felt I had a legendary kick ass story, homie, uh, with me and some of my homeboys, homie. And this probably like early 90s, dog. This early 90s, homie. And we functioning, homie. We functioning, homie. And at this time in our turf, we got young crews in our turf, homie. And if everybody familiar, around the early 90s, homie, a lot of turf was having other little posses and crews that was developing inside the communities that had already been founded, homie. And a lot of our hoods was in the process of converting these dudes into our turf, or possibly gunning them and running them up out of our turf, homie. Even if it, took a casualty with one of our lives or one of our homeboys' lives, this was the move, homie. So in the process of us telling these younger posses and crews member, like, man, y'all dudes should turn the hood, homie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should do this and do that. And they kind of being rebellious, like, man, why should we? Trying to be rebellious. Why should we? And we explaining to them, homie, if somebody come through here and want to pop and take somebody's life that's banging, that they think banging from neighborhood power rule, homie, and you guys is posseed up and hanging out somewhere, these dudes is not going to ask, homie, are you a part of this original gang that's over here, dog? They gonna look at y'all already like members of this, homie, and you guys might suffer a consequence, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, but at them times, them younger dudes really wasn't understanding the full effect of this thing, homie. They knew about it, but they didn't understand the effect of it, homie. So anyway, to dig into the story, homie, it's early 90s, homie. And down the street from one of the spots we used to hang at, it was a crew, young females and young dudes that we kind of knew from growing up in our community. We knew some of their mothers, some of their, family members. And they was snuck attack, homie. They was wind up snuck attack, and maybe 100 shots go off on them, homie. And killing a young girl and wounding a few more other young cats that was down there from the group, crew that was in our turf by the name of the E.Blocks, homie. So anyway, with this happening on our turf, knowing it was meant for us, back then, homie, we'll ride off a civilian, homie. A real hoods back then, homie. We'll ride off a civilian, homie. If you was hanging in our turf, walking a dog and had on a little red or something and was mismistaken and we knew that was for us, the homies would be mad about that, homie. Turfs would be rather if you was cripping the blood, and if something happened to happen like that inside of these communities that rippled it, we still took effect like that meant towards the homies. And in our sick mentality minds at then, we are set out for revenge for civilians as well as our own counterpart homeboys, homie. So anyway, I remember this happening in turf, homie. And at this time it's early 90s, homie. NHPs, we deep. It's a gang of top name homies around, homie. And we moving around. All our homies is kind of like alive. We moving around, homie. So we at the park thick, homie. It's me. It's a LSD, maybe a big SD, big 211 PIP, big Dulo them then came through, little Bugsy them then came through, little Coco, little Whack them, big Whack. Homies is thick, homie. We out there thick, homie. You know what I'm saying? And we had got a gang of weed from the OG homeboy Mac, homie. And like I say, this our turf. This something that happened tragic in our turf, homie. So you got the OG homeboy Ace, Big Nutty Boy, and them from the turf. They done came through, every homie coming through, showing they support and tapping in on, what's cracking and shit. So anyway, the Nella Parks come through. You got Kick Ass, the homie Big Hot Dog. I want to say a Big Nut. And maybe one of the Habits or something, homie. I'm not sure. Maybe one of the Habits or something, homie. But anyway, they whole crew is riders, homie. All Nella Parks is riders. So at this time, Big Kick Ass, homie, he got a white Samurai Suzuki Jeep, homie. So we all just talking about this shit. Everybody talking about this shit. The gang gossip that we do when somebody get knocked down or get shot inside our community, homie. We might drink. Homies would fire up tweed. Couple homies was blowing water at that time, so they had fired up a few sticks. Homies that didn't get in, we was blowing chronic and drinking and just, seeing what the night gonna bring up, homie. You know what I'm saying? Due to the innocent bystanders and some of the youngest they been got popped on in the turf, homie. So in the midst of this, homie, so homies, we like fuck it, homie. So a couple homies from Nella Park, they get in the car with a couple neighborhood power rules and a couple neighborhood power rules, which was myself and another homeboy. We jump in the car we jump in the Samurai Suzuki Jeep with Kick Ass, homie. So we set out, we set out towards the rolling 60 Crips, homie. So we take Hyde Park from Roger Park. We take Hyde Park on up, homie. And so now as we take Hyde Park on up, we cut through the Nella Parks, homie, and we cut in, we detour into the 60 Crips, homie. So in the midst of that, homie, Kick Ass got sounds in that motherfucker, homie. So he fire up his sounds a little louder, and we bumping through that motherfucker loud as fuck. Rick James bumping out, busting out. I mean, homie. And Kick Ass knew how to drive that Samurai Suzuki Jeep like a stunt car driver, homie. And we threw 60 hood like the motherfucking 18, homie. And at this time, them niggas' numbers must have been down, homie. Because, nigga, we threw that motherfucking nigga revolvered out. Niggas didn't have no big shotguns and shit. But we revolvered out, homie. All the homies just revolvered out, homie. So we cutting through that turf, homie. And we wind up seeing some niggas, I think, probably from O's. From 6-0s in the core, homie. But they seeing some niggas coming through they turf. Niggas is flagged out, banged out, homie. So I think them niggas probably pop off a couple shots. Bow, bow, bow. But nigga, we like the A-team, so you already know the business, homie. So bam, them niggas try to get up out our way. But I remember Kick Ass driving through them niggas shit. Like the A-team, we run up on the curb trying to get at these niggas. These niggas is they get away from it. They hit the street after they try to do their thing. But they outmatch, homie. So they cut out. So bam, we all through that shit, bumping Rick James and shit, homie, busting out, homie. And I remember standing up. I'm holding on a little, I guess, with a cover come over the Suzuki Jeep. I'm holding on, but we serious face because it's on. But I'm memorized and tripping off this shit because we got the music sky high, homie, and it's just on, homie, because the homies is feeling bad for these kids and the young homeboys from E.Block that got popped up, homie. So bam, homie, like I said, nobody got down that day, homie. You know what I'm saying? It was just festivities, homie. And I remember me, my homeboys, and all of us, we caravan about the 60s, homie. We come right back up Hyde Park to Roger Park, homie. We jumped out. Niggas had some night trains and shit stashed, homie. And we got right there, homie. And the homies back in the days, homie, we used to scratch the letters out on the night train bottle and scratch all the letters out to it, just say NHP, because it had the Night Train Express, homie, and we had twisted letters to it say NHP, and we shook up a gang of night trains with cherry Kool-Aids, homie, and just talked about the bullshit, homie. G stuff, not ye stuff, and I'm just sending it, homie. 89 on up. I'm out.